Guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to Skylines. We are playing a master plan city called Exact Bay, and in the last episode we kind of built this Lake Umber area over here. It's a bit of a park, it's got some nice office areas around it and some nice residential areas, and in between episodes what I've done is I've kind of filled in some more of it. I've let the time move on a little bit so that we get the nice kind of urban feel that we're looking for a park in the city. And I must say, I am loving it. It's looking pretty cool. I've even added some of these nice paths and connected this to the other side, to this area. And this area has been named Franklin, and I've called this road Franklin Boulevard. And I'm going to do cool stuff like that. Well, I feel it's cool stuff that I'm going to do. What I've done is I've also extended this park a little bit to include this area over here. So the kind of freeway areas have been kind of included in some park stuff. I've added this bike path over here, and I'm seeing tons of use of both the walkways and the bike paths, and we're encouraging, I think, biking in this area. Yeah, there it is. Biking is being encouraged in this area, so that's pretty cool. This area is filled out nicely. It's an IT cluster, and so I'm getting nice and big skyscrapers in there, while my other office areas over there are still fairly small. I think one of the things I want to do in this episode, I do want to fill out this section over here with a bit of an extra area, maybe some cul-de-sacs and so on, more residential is what I'm after over here. I'm not too sure where else I'm going to do some office, maybe a little bit over here. I'm not too sure. Maybe I also need to start looking at doing this oil industry a little bit better. All of that is stuff that I'm keen on, but what I definitely want to do is I want to start working on public transport. So one of the key features of this city is that it's got a pretty decently planned infrastructure for public transport, for trams. So I'm gonna make sure that we add a tram depot fairly soon. What kind of road is this? Just tram tracks in both directions. Yeah, that's fine. Get a bit of a depot going on. So yes, that's something that I most certainly want to do, where it of course makes sense to do so. Not in there. That's not quite what I'm keen on doing. Yeah, so this one wants to be on a road. Where else can I kind of squeeze it in? I could actually squeeze it in over here, and that would actually work. That would actually work. I don't want it on any of the other ones. I could place it on this one. However, I'm not getting what I want and need on there. So really, yeah, what would be good is if I actually just squeeze it in over here. Pretty close to the rail, I think, over there. So let's set back a little bit. So there we go. So we're going to put the depot, place the depot over there. We could see about doing something else in there. So the depot is in place now. So let's grab our first tram track. And what I'll do is I will start it off over there. And what we'll do then is we will run into this direction. We'll place a stop over there. We'll place a stop over here. We'll probably place a final stop somewhere over here. Yeah, that's okay. Then we're not going to place any further stops until we reach about this location right over there. So there'll be a stop there. What we'll do is we'll make sure to place a stop before the intersection over here. Probably place a bit of a stop here close to the park entrance. Go around, place a stop somewhere over there. Go around here, place a stop before this entrance. We might do some interim stops at some point, and we'll finish it off. Now, this is tram line 1, so this is I'm gonna the Umber Loop 1. We're gonna call it the Umber Loop, and this is gonna be A, and B is gonna be in the other direction. I'm gonna change the Umber Loop A, okay, and this is gonna have a nice dark blue color. If I look at vehicle types, select vehicle types, I'm not going to use the standard, so let's just make sure we remove all of our vehicles. I'm going to go with the E class and we'll say add vehicles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that one. That's good. Let's do the opposite direction. And all of these, so the opposite direction is I'll start over there and we'll run this one in this direction, and what I'll do is I'll stop them before the junction. So I think that's okay. Actually, I probably need a little bit of a crossing there to make that work. Do a similar thing over here. We need put some crossings in place. This one before the intersection, this one will be over here. We'll run it along there, there, and here. Ooh, actually that one, I'll push that one in a little bit to over there, and then we'll come around and we'll finish it off. And this is going to be umber loop B. Okay, enter, and it's going to be also a dark blue color, right? So that we run that as the same kind of color line. We're gonna we're gonna say we want some of these E-class trams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them is, I think, sufficient. Nice, and there we go. So we'll see some of these trams start moving straight away. They need to be blue, right? It's gonna take them a little bit of time to get there, because this is a little further away, but we'll see. Okay, perfect. So now we've got a little bit of public transport running through this area as a starting point. So we'll leave that be for now and we'll see how that goes. Are we immediately starting to see people bunch up over here? Yeah, people are arriving. We'll see some stop somewhere else. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, what I need to do is I want to start laying out this area. So the master plan for this area. And what I'm going to do, yeah, I'll keep the stuff running so we'll get that the tram stuff to work. So what I'm keen on doing is actually give me a little bit of a straight in through there. You can, yeah, it's a full intersection. Nice. The other one that I'm keen on doing is this one, and question B, do we do all the trees? Or I'm a little worried about it all being tree lined in the end. So maybe what we do is, instead of doing tree line, we'll do some of this grass line stuff, and what I'll do is I'll upgrade that as well to make sure we do that. Now what I want to do is I want to kind of play it by ear a little something like that. Okay, this is going to be the main road through here. Okay, so something like that is a pretty decent little road shape. And what I want to do now is do some cul-de-sacs, though. What I could do is I could probably squeeze in one more road. Well, let's start it with being straight. And the question in my mind would also be, we probably need one pretty decent tie-in over here as well. So we'll do that. And then we'll do something like that. Okay, so that gives us at least a little bit of an access onto this main road as well. So it's pretty decent. I think what we could also do is actually trim this back a little bit. Okay, like so, and actually create a little bit of a roundabout in there. So what I'll do is I'll just do standard. Well, shall I just grab, I've got a bit of a roundabout road over here. that, I'm not too sure. This isn't working because the stuff is not actually tying into the right one. So what I'll need to do is I would need to actually let's just do this. Let's just grab the piece of road that I've already got, and we'll just straighten this thing out by like 5. And now what we do is now we just tie it in over here. So 5 by 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 5. There we go. Now what I'll do is I'll just make sure we tie these things in properly. Okay, so make sure to upgrade that little section there. What I'll do is I'll trim that back a little, trim that back a little. This one's okay. Let's just tie that one in there. This one is going to be something like that. That's pretty cool. And that one is going to be something like so. So we've got a nice little roundabout in the center over there. And now what I want to do is do some kind of random little cul-de-sacs everywhere. So we do some stuff off of that. Maybe not all. Well, maybe not all cul-de-sacs, but we'll see. So let's do, and these need to be pretty straight in order for us to get a pretty decent size on there. So something like that. I just need to figure out how I'm going to actually do the cul-de-sac pieces. So something like that, like so. I won't get too close to that though. So if we do a little, yeah, that's not a bad one. We could even do one off of that, something like this. We'll do a little one over there. That probably doesn't need, you know what? They don't need to be, well, they need to be super straight if we want to get an efficient layout off of them. But what I'm kind of wondering is if we do a little one like this as well. They need to be straight if we do want a decent efficiency off of them. That's unfortunately, we can't get away. We can't get away from that reality. No, let's not do another one over there. Let's rather do one like that. That's okay. We could do a little something like this. Also do a little something like that. Now, what do we do over here? Do we just kind of leave that be? I think that is okay as some cul-de-sac pieces, but what I am keen on is actually making sure it does look the part. So if we go to, where exactly? Where was it? Over here. I believe I've got a little small one somewhere. No, I probably took it off. So what I'm going to look at is see if I can't create something very tiny off of this. So what we're going to need to do is do 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, and do something like that. It still feels a little big, doesn't it? It's small, but it's not. I'm still worried it feels a little big. Let's try it a little. I don't think we can do smaller than that, unless, you know what, the other option we can try and do is if we do. Well, that's not going to work. Is that better? It actually does look a little bit better, and what I can do is I can use move it to see about getting it a little better than that still. So if I say we do this and we bring that in nice and close, actually, that is not too bad. That actually looks pretty decent. Now the question is, can I copy and paste that? Or do I have to kind of rebuild it every time? Something like that. Okay, let's just make sure we do that. Okay. Well, they can obviously go around and around again, but that's a little better. So what I'm also keen on doing is grabbing a bit of a tree and just placing it right there in the middle, something like that. Looks the part. Yeah, looks the part. Now, Move It has got the copy option. Ooh, no. So if I do that, that plus that plus that, okay, plus maybe the 3, and I say copy. Ah, good stuff. Now, I can rotate it. So let's. It's not going to work, I think. Let's do that. I can't actually tie it in. It won't be tying in. Actually, all I need to do is build it and then tie it in, right? Question is it going to be 100% straight every time? Probably not. So if we do a few of those, because the one thing that I do want to do is make sure we can still do pedestrian pathways alongside it. Oh, I've paused the game again. I keep doing that, and you guys told me already about this, but yes, I'm going to try and not do that as much. Want to keep the game running a little bit in between as well. Maybe not at top speed, but I do want to keep it running. Okay, now we'll do one more like that, and now well, maybe before I continue that, let's see if the tie-in actually works. So let's go over here, we'll grab this little road, and what we'll do is we'll tie it in. It does actually work. So that's actually a very good way of creating the cul-de-sacs that I'm after. Please, yeah, tie in over there, tie in like so. Nice. Now, and that looks pretty cool. I do like it. So let's do that again. This one and that, and say copy that, buddy. Did I? Yeah. Ooh. No. Why do I have 2 of them? No. Oh, I've got 2 of them selected. M. Okay. Well, let's get rid of that. We'll go over here and we'll copy that. Perfect. Now let's tie a few more in over here, like so, like so, like that, like that. Question, do I run this thing? Nah. Do I run it deeper? No, I don't think so. Let's do it a little bit deeper though. We'll do a little something like that. We need a few over here. Do that one. Do this one over here. Nice. And that's all of them. Nice. Good. Actually it is still running, so good stuff. That's tying in over there. That's tying in over there. It's not perfect, but it is working quite well. Tie in. Oh, there's a tram. Our trams are running. There are other things on this road, on this lane though. So I just want to make sure that all of that is actually working properly. Yeah, I'm gonna need to. Okay, let's have a quick look. Let's pause the game. Of course. Now, vehicle restrictions, please. Okay, so you cannot do that, not that, that, and not that. So let's make sure we do it that way. Okay. Same thing over here. Just want to make sure we don't have everything on these roads. But the emergency vehicles are welcome. I think there's one more little section over here. Wow, look at all of that. Look at all of that. So not that. Ooh, actually. Okay, not that, not that, not that. Not, oh, that one can go. Not those ones. Perfect. That is it. Perfect. So now, hopefully, everybody else is not doing crazy stuff anymore. If you get your chance to continue your journey, where would you be going? All the way to that road? Why? What are you doing? Go! Oh, there he goes. Yeah, this feels a little funny. I don't like it. It's a little bit too close to the... Too close to it. Let's do it there. Sorry about that, guys. Need to push it back a little bit. Does feel a little funny where that's just way too close. We'll do that. We'll do that instead. There we go, because that just doesn't feel right to me. What I want to do, though, at the meantime, I do want to make sure that we provide... Why is this doing funny stuff? We want to make sure we... Why are you... What is this? What is that? What is that? Are we not allowing some kind of turn over here? Why are you going to turn around over there? There is an access over there. That is pretty cool. And I believe we had some stops here as well, didn't we? Yeah, over here. Okay, that can work. I had a stop over here, which for which I will do that. Hopefully that does connect itself back up again. Yeah, good stuff. So there you go. You can cross over there. Okay, nice. Now, what are we going to put in this area? Again, let's get our water and stuff going. So let's make sure to in fact do a pretty decent job at watering everything over here. I'm still quite flabbergasted by what some of these guys are actually doing here. Okay, let's run one through there. Let's run one through here, through there, and yeah, through that section. That should be okay. Let's do that. Should be fine. Make sure to run a little bit over here. That's okay. And then this last piece over here needs a little bit of love. Okay, so now that's pretty much sorted. I still don't know what you're doing. Hopefully everything is now much better. We still have tons of people making use of that line. People over here as well. Should be nice and busy. Nice. Are we getting some stuff action going on over here? Again with this. I do need to sort out these guys. They need to turn from the other lane. Okay, we'll get through that. Maybe I'll fix that in between. What I want to do is make sure that we lay out some stuff over here. So what it will be interesting is I think what we'll do is we will do the inside. Actually, let's name the area. Let's name the area first. Okay. That section. Good stuff. And there's the Rosewood district. Shall we... Which side is north? I don't even know. Do I have Central Court and Central... I've named a few things. I don't know if that was actually in the last episode. I can't remember. Did a few things. Rosewood district. Not a big fan of the name. But what we wanted to do, what did I do over here? This was like modern housing, or what were the policies that I got? The recycling, parks, all kinds of stuff like that. What I wanted to do is, okay, so we've got a fair bit of demand for this stuff. So Shall I go with yeah, I think we need to decrease our density a little bit as we go. So let's make sure we go around here decreasing our density. Let's not do that one. Let's keep going around here, around there. These ones, yeah, we can do that. Not right on top of that though. Okay, now let's set that back a little. Yeah, a little bit like that. We can connect that straight onto there. That piece over there, that piece over there can work. Not straight up onto that though. Let's run along here. We can run a little pathway through there. Do a few blocks over that way. Perfect. The final one, let's just not up straight onto it. Something like this, and again, something like that I will do. And we can actually run a little bit through there. This wouldn't have power, I believe. Let's fill a few spots there. That's okay. That kind of feels right to me. Starting to fill in a little bit. Good stuff. And at the same time, what we want to do is I want this area to again still have nice big residential towers ultimately. And what we'll do is we will just kind of make that a little smaller piece over there and maybe have a little bit of a gap through there so these guys can actually walk through there. Maybe we'll do a similar thing over here, walk through there, walk through there. That's a good connection there, that's fine. We'll do a piece like that, we'll do a piece like this. That's pretty cool. We'll fill in some of that. We're not going to do anything on the cul-de-sacs themselves, I think. That's okay, like so. So that's filling in now. Good stuff. Good, 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 good. I like it, I like it. To the back over here. The question, however, is do we need some other bits and pieces in here as well? Okay, we can fill in those. That's pretty good. That one can fill in over there. We can have some connections through here. We can have a connection through there. Okay, that's okay. So that side is starting to fill up a little bit. We're starting to see some stuff. What I am keen on doing is just making sure we have the right kind of services in here as well. So a little bit of death care would be a good thing for us. Maybe this can be somewhere over here in the center. That's not bad. Do we need a little bit of fire support? Yeah, we probably do. So let's do that nice and central as well. Do we need a little bit of a clinic or a doctor's office? Maybe just the standard clinic is not too bad to have. Okay, something like that is also a good idea. And then a little bit of a police station. Maybe just something on the rural scale of things. Yeah, actually there's a fair bit of stuff going on. Maybe something like a small police station like that. Yeah, I think that at least gets us a bit of an idea. What we probably do also need in this area is something along the lines of some schools. So this is an elementary school alternative, but it's pretty small. That as well. What I'm keen on is maybe something a little bit bigger. And maybe this is the kind of stuff that we place somewhere over here, maybe. One over there. And maybe another one kind of right up here somewhere would do well. Now maybe something like a bit of a high school, a classic high school in this spot right there would be not too bad. Excellent. So that is starting to look pretty cool. But yeah, of course we need much more stuff to be able to fill this out. What I may do, actually, before I end the episode, and yeah, it's about that time, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to make sure that we add a few paths in here, and we'll use the nice paths. So what I'm going to do is just switch off snapping to make sure that and I'm kind of keen on doing a few things like that, giving it some interesting shapes, like so. I wanted these to be kind of linking up. Like that, and at the same time I wanted it to kind of tie in over there. There we go, that's pretty decent. This one here, they run straight through there. Something like that. Something like that. Something like so and like so. Just want to make sure that people can actually walk to places. I definitely want to link this guy up over there, and even do a little something like that maybe. Want to do a little bit like this and a little bit like that. Tie in over there. Something like that, and not that sure that'll be well used, but it's okay. We'll nevertheless do a bit of a run through there, and that section there would be pretty good. Now everything is kind of tied together, so from a pedestrian point of view, all of that should work quite well. Put the snapping back on, get that in. So the Rosewood district, I still don't like it, man. This should be, that's Umber Heights. This is so this is Lake Umber, Umber Business Hub, Umber Heights, and let's call this Umber Crescent. Umber Crescent feels right to me. That road does feel a little bit like a crescent, so we'll do that. What I want to do is just have a quick look at the policies we've got going on over here. I definitely want some recycling going on there. Helicopter priority, that seems about right. Recycle plastic, what is the difference though? Anyway, free Wi-Fi and things like that. So let's just make sure we've got some recycling going on there. Some taxation pieces. I do want to tax raise for lower density commercial in this area, because they're going to do pretty well with a tax relief for high density residential. That's pretty good. From a city planning point of view, we're going to encourage the biking in this area. We are going to say we want some high-tech housing in this area. Industrial space planning, NIMBY, not in my backyard. No loud noise in the night. Leisure specialized areas will close for the night, reduces noise pollution. That's fine. Yeah, maybe we should put NIMBY on. VIP area. What is VIP area? Any and all shelters in policy area are reserved only for citizens living in the policy area. Okay, wow. Fast recovery, no rebuilding, combustion engine, electric cars, things like that. We might get to that. Automated tolls. No, that's fine. Let's leave that be. Did we want any kind of specialist districts? Did we want organic and local produce? No, it's too close to the city. No commercial specialization. Leisure, tourism. Nah, none of this. All of that is fine. No organic and local produce. I think that is fine. So that'll slowly start to fill in, and then this area of our city would be pretty big and full. Now let's have a quick look before we end the episode. Yes, our public transit network is seemingly doing very well. There are people waiting at many of the stations over here, over there. Yeah, a little bit less waiting over here happening. What is happening close by over here? Are people making use of this to get in here? Does not seem to be the case. Any stop action over here? A little bit, But I think these guys are probably just walking straight through there. But this is all working pretty well. I'm loving it. Like Umber is already a 5-star park, so that's all pretty cool. People are well connected over here. Let's do a quick look at the PT stuff. So those two loops, loop A and loop B, is doing pretty well with a number of passengers waiting and using it, and it's running both day and night, so that's okay. So that's our first PT going on over there. So traffic wise, really we don't see any significant traffic. I mean, even these big areas over here with some high density stuff sees very little traffic, and over here similarly we see very little traffic on these roads. So all is looking good. Okay guys, oh, what I forgot to mention is that I did make a little change over here. This was getting really busy, and so I did provide this little slip road over here so that these cars can go straight through. I've also said that that's a free, it's got its own little movement over here. I've upgraded this road here so that there's a little bit more room to maneuver through there. Signal control, I haven't really dealt with signal control too much. I haven't started making those kind of changes just yet. I think things are still going pretty well. The zoo is up at 5 stars already. Nice. All of that is looking pretty good. Lots of people living over here, and now lots of people living over there, but the traffic associated with that's not too bad. How many people on this? Not too bad, not too bad. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. If you love this episode, please hit that like button. Tell me in the comments down below what you think. Also say if you don't like it. And yeah, if you do enjoy this stuff, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I will see you next time. Bye bye.